G'day everyone. This is a really quick video on what top 3 mods you can do to your Landy before you travel anywhere around this wonderful country, even in lockdown. So this is a 2015 model, Discovery 4. And the points I'd like to bring up to you is what you can modify on your Land Rover just to overcome some of those interesting design faults the English engineers have put into our vehicles. So let's look at the first one. Top radiator hose. Normally there's a molding of this top cover really close to the point where it can rub, and even with this little sleeve here, it's not going to be helping enough. Cut out that collar, make it big, give it lots of room. Just take this off. Okay. Put it back on so I don't make a mess of everything. Alright. Normally the hole's a lot closer, but as clean it up, make a big slice in there, get the file on the edges just to smooth it out. And that will save you a ton of trouble. There's nothing structural about it, just makes it look pretty. So that's our first mod. Second mod, air conditioning hoses. So that's your high pressure and low pressure lines. They go through the back, inspection ports. Now, what has happened on mine is this high pressure line coming through here, it sits on top of the low pressure line underneath it. Put a bit of foam between the two. What happens is this high pressure line, even though it's mounted and everything else looks great, can vibrate, and you will get back on this joint here, the seal will crack and break and you'll lose your gas or parts thereof. So to fix that, get a little bit of sponge, like hot water pipe insulation, zip tie that onto the low pressure line because it doesn't get as hot, and that way it sort of gives a bit more support from that vibration that can happen in there. Right, number three. Under there is the plastic. It's not the thermostat housing that's back underneath the radiator, but that's the outlet pipe off the block, comes through and follows up through your top radiator hose. Now, what you need to do here is on this molding, which is your intake line for the air intake to go into your Y piece, that molding that's there, there's one underneath, and this collar here touches that molding piece that's under there, and it can actually throw out the mounting of the O-ring on this inlet pipe. So what you'll start to see is you'll start to see blow-by coming through here because it's not sealing properly, and it's all to do with this equivalent molding underneath there, down underneath, touching the top radiator hose mount. So to fix that, you could take it off and grind this back. You can get to it if you're really tricky, and you can get to it via down in there and just file it off, but you sort of only file half of it off. It is a whole lot better to take that off, which is the 8mm bolt down there, the clamp, and this just pops up and that'll take that out. It's a bit trickier with the fan in there, but you'll work through that. That's the top 3 for me of what you can do to help yourself out. Not hard, don't need a lot of tools to do it, definitely don't need a lot of mechanical knowledge to do it, and that'll help you get through your Land Rover for another day. Thanks a lot.